All right, we are live. We are live. It's 2-0. 2-0. So, after a KG match, winning 2-0 and that to two brilliant goals by our captain. So, how do you feel about the match?
Brilliant, brilliant. Like uh, what I expected is this, and I got this. I'm very happy today. At least maybe the score line should be five, but yeah, it's a win, and obviously heading towards the third place. Maybe obviously the next match is tough, but
Absolutely.
heading towards the third place, so it's feeling brilliant.
Absolutely, man. Let's. We all know that the score is 2-0 and our captain scored the goal. But then let's, with the audience right here, let's go through and talk through the match and how it panned out. So, the first thing I would like to talk about is the refereeing here. What are your thoughts on the refereeing? I think it was a bit off today. Like a few decisions were not
It's
taken correctly.
last day also the red card, the second yellow card here was. I don't think that that challenge should be a second yellow card, as well as today also when same time, I guess 21 minute, right back Tariq Kazi, so he fouled, but no yellow card, as well as why a very bad tackle on Brendan, uh, like from in the total match I've seen Bangladesh players are just hitting on our players, so that there at least should be at least maybe 4 or 5 yellow cards at least in the match for the Bangladeshi side, but even after maybe Ashik Kurunian just ran into Tariq Kazi one time, and he has
Yes.
shown the yellow card at the last. So I don't think by this the things will grow up. The refereeing is not that much good as well.
Yeah, yes. In the social space, also in Twitter, I was looking at tweets like regarding this match, and people were annoyed with the level of refereeing that happened. As you rightly said, one when Tariq actually went and smashed into Ashik, there was no yellow card whatsoever. But when Ashik did the same thing, but I think the scenario and the situation of the match at that point was different, so that's why maybe yellow card. But that's not how you judge a foul. So if it's a foul, it's a foul. If it's a card, it's a card. You can't just do it just because the scenario is different, right? And what do you have to say about like uh, Bangladesh playing a 4-5-1 and but still attacking really good? So what do you think about that? Bangladesh wasn't bad today.
No, look. The thing is that Bangladesh players have like they have the stamina. Okay, so I regularly watch their league as well as I regularly watch them very closely. So uh, they have their good stamina. They are fit, but what they lag is obviously India also lag in basic things, but they lag like much more than India. So that's the
Right.
problem. Basic things are lagging in Bangladesh footballs. So what I will say, yes, the Bangladesh coach Jamie Day, he is working there for almost 3 4 years, and that's why the team is this much now. As well as what I've seen is from the first time they are like defending and trying to attacking the counters. So, but got stopped by Sandesh and Sana. They are brilliant, uh, as well as Subhasis, and uh, the right back was, I guess, the right back was
Right back
no,
in
there is
that
three
side.
three defenders. There were three
Yes.
defenders and five
Yes.
midfielders. So they
Correct.
got stopped. What was the thing is they got stopped. And what I will say about today's match is Glenn Martins. He was
And
brilliant.
Brandon.
Like I am seeing Kante playing with Indian football team, like same
Yes.
like that. What Chelsea in Chelsea, what I saw in the Champions League, final today. Also, I have see Glenn Martins. He is brilliant. He was everywhere. So my
Yes.
what I will say is he is a main key for today's match. Obviously, Sunil Chhetri is there. He tried and he scored. But obviously, I will say the main man it will be Glenn Martins.
All right. So, talking about Glenn Martins, the way he actually snatched the ball, the way he retrieved, the way he actually blocked the positions, he blocked the passing lanes. Let's not dive deep into analytics, but at the end of the match, when you see what Glenn Martin has done, I think, as you rightly said, we can call him Kante for today, at least for today, after his performance against Bangladesh. We all
Yes,
thought that the main number six or the defensive midfielder would be Jamal Bhuya, who would be the best one here because
yes,
he has
yes,
got loads of experience. And the last time out, Jamal was brilliant. But this time out, it seems that our little boy Glenn Martins from Goa is actually the one who came out on top. Uh,
very, very.
Also, coming out on top, what do you have to say about the finishing of India
Yes,
in
yes.
the beginning?
Yes,
Shambolic, I think.
it's from the thing is that what we can see from statistics is in Steamax coaching. This was the first time when we scored an open play goal. So that is what actually uh, we can see it from here that our finishing in open play is very not very much good. Sunil Chhetri was not in maybe not in form today. Also, he missed a header, missed two header maybe.
Yes, open headers.
Yes, open headers.
One header, the other header. I'm coming back to that. You just finish. I'll coming
Yes,
back to
yes.
that header.
But
Yeah.
but but the thing is that what actually the thing is oh yeah.
Welcome, Nandi.
So sir is
Hello,
here.
hello.
Yes. So the thing is that what I can say is we need more positive strikers from Indian League. Maybe there are many. There are Vidyasagar. He scored 12. So obviously he needs chance. And what another thing is Manveer was poor. Manveer was totally out of form. Out of
Correct.
form, and maybe the first miss he missed the open.
Yeah, the
Uh,
one-on-one chance. He
yes,
could
the
have
one.
used his left leg, right?
Yes,
At
absolutely.
least
He
could have
scored a
attempted
brilliant.
it.
His left leg is strong. He scored a brilliant goal against East Bengal. If I am not wrong, from his left leg. So I think that was a turning point where when Manveer goes off. So obviously,
All right. I think we are having some spam in the comments section here. Nayan Wasawa is saying आज भी कोच की स्ट्रैटेजी आई थिंक ही मीन स्ट्रैटेजी कुछ
Strategy, yeah.
खास नहीं थी भाई हाँ आई वुड से कुछ खास तो नहीं था भाई बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे व्हेन यू सी कि लाइक हाँ पहले पहले मैं भी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड पूरा दिमाग खराब हो रहा था कि ये अभी कब गोल कब मारेगा यार बांग्लादेश को गोल नहीं मारेगा तो किसको गोल मारेगा अभी सो ऑल दिस थॉट्स आफ्टर आफ्टर अ पॉइंट व्हेन यू सी दैट इंडिया अटैक कर रही है दे आर गेटिंग ओपन चांसेस फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल पहला प्रॉब्लम जो वी फेस्ड एज एन इंडियन फैंस कि वी डिडंट सी chances being created but then we saw today with
then today Brandon,
Brandon,
then
Suresh,
today Brandon,
Glenn
yes.
Martins, everybody
That's
was
what
there.
actually
There was a
I was
gelled up.
talking in the
Yeah,
pre-match because we need Brandon because only Brandon can actually create these things and he did. He
rightly
did.
said.
And obviously,
Absolutely.
if about the coach strategy, I will just say one word that one line that not Sunil Chhetri didn't save India today. He saved the job of coach.
Yes, I think that's a very good and very accurate statement here.
Yes.
Absolutely. Black Panthers World is saying, why not Sahal? I think I can answer this one because I like how Sahal plays. He's a genius. He's like the Ozil of like what Indian football. But the main thing is, at the moment, Sahal is not ready to play for 90 minutes, and at this moment, at the same time, Igor Stimac cannot afford to like sub off a midfielder where he is playing an high intensive match where he had to sub off. two wing backs. So there goes two substitutions right there in the halftime. So if you have
I'm
a player in the midfield who won't be able to carry on for 90 minutes, that's actually a liability. So I think that's the reason Sahal didn't start.
look, why not Sahal? If I want to say, if I say, is Sahal, as Abhishek said, Sahal is Mesut Ozil without passing. Without passing, I
Yes.
am seeing him from Kerala Blasters reserves. He is very good with the ball, but very, that much not good without the ball. That's was one thing, and his passing abilities is. I don't think he can actually uh, provide some through balls, what Brendan did today. Many. So that's what I can say about Saha.
The next comment by Nayan again. क्या यसीर सहाल से ज्यादा टैलेंटेड प्लेयर है? क्या ये कोच को सहाल पे भरोसा नहीं है? इट्स नॉट द केस नैन. हम लोग अभी भी बोले कि इट्स अबाउट प्लेइंग फॉर इट्स अबाउट प्लेइंग फॉर 90 मिनट्स. सहाल का जो फिटनेस लेवल है, ही वोंट बी एबल टू प्ले फॉर 90 मिनट्स स्ट्रेट. तो अगर नैन अगर कोई 90 मिनट्स तक नहीं खेल सकता, उसको स्टार्ट कराना बेवकूफ़ी होगा. So that's the reason coach did not do it. And of course, when you compare Yasir and Sahal, nahi, Yasir was brought because
But
he could run. He's more pacey. He has more speed, and that's the reason. Because Bangladeshi players were, oh my god, they were fast. They were literally blistering, and so that's the reason Yasir was brought in, and it was a positive. It did have a positive impact in the team at the dying moments. At least we could see players running in, and that fuel that Yasir brought in the team, that added up. With Sahal, I don't think he would have brought in that agility or the energy in the team.
no, actually, I what I can say to Nayan, I think he is a very brilliant Sahal's fan. So what I will
Ah,
say to Nayan is, uh, don't ask why Yashir, ask why Ritik Dash in place of him in Kerala Blasters.
all right. So that's too much, man. That's too. That's. I think let's stick to the Indian football team
I,
today.
I think I think I think Arijit sir will tell us about the strategy.
What
I
strategy are
want
you
to
talking about?
Yes.
I want to hear it from him.
Let's take up one last question for Anik Roy. Refereeing was not up to the mark. Some yellow card fouls were there, but not given. Talking about refereeing, last time out, I bashed out on referees, but this time, after a lot of patience and a lot of self motivation, I controlled myself and I didn't do anything. First of all, पहला जो हुआ, सुनील छेत्री का, like it was given a handball. How is that a handball? I think that would have been a penalty right there. If not a penalty, there would have definitely been a card. And that inside the penalty box, you're nudging someone like this, and that and two players together against one. So that's going to go down as a foul. But it went down as a handball against India. I don't know how and why it happened, but it happened. Refereeing was shambolic. Refereeing was very bad.
We don't have that luck to see good refereeing in ISL, not in ISL, not in I League,
Not in
not in
international football.
international games.
It's just not our cup of tea. Uh, here, एटलीस्ट 25 मिनट तो देना चाहिए सहाल को. फ्यूचर भी बोलते हो और बेंच पे भी रखते हो. क्या वो है, हाँ, जो भी लाइक नयन, आई थिंक द मेन थिंग हियर
Yes.
इज इन द इंडियन स्क्वाड यू नीड players who can perform right now. Indian squad तो कोई like club नहीं है जहाँ पे you give time to a player and he improves. बहुत कम मैचेस मिलते हैं इंडिया को इंटरनेशनल फुटबॉल में. सो ईच एंड एवरी मैच काउंट्स. सो दो मैच अगर मिलते होंगे इंटरनेशनल में, तो उधर पे 20 मैच या फिर 15 मैच मिल रहे होंगे. तो ट्राइंग आउट अ प्लेयर इज इजियर एंड गिविंग प्लेयर्स टाइम टू डेवलप इज इजियर इन अ क्लब. इंडियन फुटबॉल में तो प्लेयर डेवलपमेंट नहीं होता है अनलेस एंड अनटिल इट्स लाइक under 13, under 15 camps or Indian arrows, the developmental side of AIFF that is going on. वो अलग बात है. But when you're playing against Bangladesh in a World Cup qualifiers, you are not playing players to develop them. You're playing them to win, and that's what we did today, and that's how we got the win today. I think that answers your question. And now
Obviously,
back
there
to
are
Arijit
many more
Nandi.
brilliant
Yeah.
players. There is Jayesh Rane, many more in that
Yes.
position. So
Yes.
Absolutely.
from that we chose the best.
Correct. The players who would actually get us the win, and that's how the national team should work. You know, it's not a
Even
friendly
one
that you're
question
going to try
is
out
in
players.
in this spam we missed one question. There's one question on Black Panthers World at
Uh,
9:37.
okay, why Liston? Why not Ishan Pandita? Big physical like foreign Ishan. Uh, Tough question, man. Tough question. Even I was looking forward to getting Ishan Pandita in the attack, because then the chances that Manveer missed. I think if there would have been Ishan, it would have been a goal without a second thought. Uh, Ishan's finishing is really good, but I think the main reason he wasn't started because he didn't get a lot of minutes in ISL. Even though he scored a lot of goals, but if you don't have minutes under your belt, you're efficient, all right. But if you don't have, like, you didn't play any match full time, so I think these are the factors that kept Ishan from starting, and I think he might just get a start in the uh, match against Afghanistan. We don't know yet. It completely depends on the coach, but yeah, I think that's the reason. Uh, AK Charan, ball control and calmness of Sana. Oh, amazing. Chinglen Sana has been brilliant. AK Charan, I can't agree with you more. The composure, the level of awareness, the level of ball control that Chinlin Sana brought to the team as a center back. Uh, and wearing the number 4, it reminds me of Sergio Ramos. And he was a leader. People will say that Sandesh Jingan is the leader at defense, and they are right. But I think today Chinglin Sana deserves the credit, and Chinglin Sana did more when it comes to initiating attacks, when it comes to breaking down attacks, when it comes to holding the ball. He did everything what a defender has to do, and did more than that. So cheers to Chinglin Sana. So now back to Arijit Nandi. What do you make of India's game today, start to finish?
Nothing. I mean, absolutely. When I was watching the first half, I was piss poor with the finishing of Manbir. I mean, everyone of you have watched that. That could have been a first time shot, and that could have been a goal. So apart from that, yes, the game was good, quite good. But if you see, in the first half, Indian team did not try to break down the middle of the pitch. Bangladesh was trying to hold on to that, and most of the time, if you see that, we started in a 3-5-2, and on a 3-5-2, Mr. Glenn was head of the defense, and he was being marked by, I guess, Rakib most of the time.
Yes.
So
No, no,
yeah,
no.
so
Yeah, yeah. In some
I guess
scenarios,
I
yeah.
guess Rakib,
Rakib.
yeah, that number 10 player, I
Yeah.
guess. So he was being marked all the time, and whenever they tried to pass him, uh, he didn't got much on the ball. So that's where Chingasana's long balls got really effective, and that's what brought Bipin and Udanta into play most of the times. But again, those crosses were not that good in the first half, and we did not try to break the middle, and that's what Bangladesh's low block was really good, I feel. And that's what their strategy was, to block the middle and get a long ball, and and even sometimes they were really threatening, and they could have got one or two goals as well. That's how their break was, and that's a credit for the team. So in the second half, the strategy got changed a bit. We tucked in to the middle, and got the ball into the middle for some times. So that's what brought those our wing backs like Mr. Mostly Karunian to got crosses into the box, and that's where the goal of Chetri came from.
Right.
That was a phenomenal goal, and on the second one, you also see that another attack from the wing and a goal. So first half, that would have been a pattern of play when we saw that we are not being able to break the middle, but we could not. So crosses would have been effective, and maybe possibly if the goal Sunil Chhetri couldn't score for the first time, that would have been another 0-0. I mean 0-0 draw. So that
Right.
means our our chances of getting into Asian Cup would have been on shambles. So that's a few things we should try to change from next time. And as you said that Shahal is not into play for many times and he is not fit, but I think he should be given at least 10-20 minutes of time. If you remember with the last game, when we were really poor, we were not being able to hold on to the ball for a few minutes, also few minutes. I mean, then he came and he took those 3 or 4 players at a row. So that's what
Right.
he brings into the team. Even he will not give you a track back. Maybe he's too lazy to make those cutting runs, and he will not even give you a long ball. But he can be the player to break those low blocks, like teams against Bangladesh. So
He can
that's why.
hold the he can hold the ball.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's where I think Shal could be used, and at least he could be given 10 to 20 minutes with a flair of a player he is. He should not be
Correct.
wasted for 90 minutes. At least 10 or 20 minutes, whatever the excuse is, his fitness, his commitment to the team, whatever it is, but he should be given at least 10 or 20 minutes. That's what I feel.
All right. All right. All right. Good statement. What do you think? As it told that in the second half, things changed with when Yasir came in place of Udanta and Asigi coming in place of Bipin. That I think is was the changing moment when it comes to like bringing in fresh wingers. It's not every day that wing backs are switched. So that I think helped a lot in terms of going forward and also defensively because Asiki and Yasir both tracked back and Bangladeshi players had their legs out by the by the 70th minute 75th minute, but then it was only 25 it was only like what 30 minutes for Asiki and uh, Yasir. So I think that's where Bangladesh actually started losing. They were not being able to keep up with the pace of India. And what about the misses? If yes, we did score 2 goals, but we saw Chinglin Sana missing from a header. We saw Chhetri missing twice, and we also saw Subashish, uh, who doesn't really miss too many chances, also doesn't get too many chances. That's also a scenario. But then he also missing out. So I think if we are taking 2 out of 6 chances that we are creating, that's something concerning. And against a team like Afghanistan, that might cost us, just might, because we might not get so many chances. Afghanistani players are heavy built, and so what Brandon was doing today was bringing in like putting in crosses that would penetrate the defense and get right where the players were or their heads were. But that's something I don't think against Afghanistan that would be possible because in aerial battles, I think Afghanistan is coming out on top every time. At least 8 out of 10 times they are going to come out on top. So things have to change. They have to take the chances that they get. So what do you think about this one?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you remember, in the last game, we had 2 or 3 counters when Manbir were into some dangerous position, but he could not capitalize. That would have been a goal. I mean, if you remember that the cross from Sunil Chhetri came from the left flank, and Manbir was running. If he was few seconds earlier, that would have been a goal. Another chance he got on the right flank. He was too lazy to cross the ball into the box where I guess Sunil Chetri and another player was into the box, which would have been another goal opportunity. Instead, he chooses to shoot into the goal. So that kind of chances you have to take. I don't know whether on the next match we will be using another defensive strategy like we did against them, or we'll be playing a brand of football we played today. Whatever the approach will be, we have to score. I mean, we can't miss those chances like Manpreet did today. That's where the
Correct.
match can actually be lost. Uh,
Yes.
it was Bangladesh. That's why their counters were not that efficient. If it was Afghanistan or maybe it was Qatar, that would have been a goal. I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
the acres of spaces Bangladeshi wingers got onto the break, that would have been really threatening for us. Even while playing three at the back, our wingers need to tuck in to help the defense. Otherwise, we could be really into trouble against Afghanistan, and that's where our maybe our chances of playing in Asian Cup into shambles.
Yeah. If we keep on missing chances like this, so definitely there is no chance for us to actually uh, like qualify. Even if we qualify, but the game is still the same, then it's no use. But then, yeah, the right narrative is saying Chetri is legend.
Absolutely, absolutely. There is
You
no
know,
second thought to it.
in a panel where three of the three are Indians, we all believe in Chetri, and but the main thing here is to write narrative is how long. My main question is how long can Sunil Chhetri keep this up, because he's going to turn 37 uh, in less than 2 months. 3rd of August. Today is 7th of June. So in less than 2 months, he's going to turn 37, and maximum he's going to give us 2 or 3 years at the top level. And I can't expect a 37-year-old to give his best and be at the top level for the next like 2 3 years. So someone has to step up. Someone has to be a replacement for him. Manveer, we were looking to him, but he's still not showing the signs that he can actually pull it through in important matches. Ishan Pandita is not tested yet in an important match like this, so we still don't, we still don't know whether he will be able to be replaced or he's going to be replaceable, and something and India might just start dropping once he's retired. So nobody wants that. Ranjan saying keep supporting India. Of course, we'll definitely keep on supporting India until the last breath, and hope everybody here also feels the same about it. Uh, I have one question here. Do you remember when Jamal actually kicked Brandon when he was in air? You
That
know,
was a red card.
yes.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I, how
Absolutely.
is not that? How is not? How
Yes,
is that not a red card?
yes.
Like,
That's
what's the
also a
referee
question.
doing?
That was even the referee was maybe just beside, just behind Jamal, I guess. So
I re- Honestly, he's a referee, and he has two other assistant referees running on the sidelines. Three people. If three people can't actually see what's happening inside the field, then what's the use of having referees like that? And it's not a friendly match where the decisions won't matter. Each and every decision will matter, because now if that would have been a red card, Jamal, if the captain was going down and not being able to play the next match, that would have meant that Bangladesh is going to has a higher chance of dropping points yet again. So that's what something that we want. So
yes,
everything is linked here. Everything is linked. So you can't just like be casual on if the match is ending. So let's not give cards. How is that even logical? So I think the refereeing has to be improved. But then Chetri scored his 74th international goal and still is in the top four list of current active international goal scorers. And against Bangladesh, his record is brilliant, 5 out of 5. What do you have to say about this? Because Chetri is doing it, and I don't see anyone else coming up and taking charge.
look, what I will say is it's a process. It's not just in maybe one season. Maybe Manveer scored one season, Ishan scored, or maybe some other scored, and I am telling him as a replacement of Sunil Chhetri, who scored 74 goals in international football. So
Correct.
it's not possible. It's a process. What actually India, the Indian national team management, or AIFF, any one who didn't thought actually maybe 2 years back. They just thought, yeah, Chetri is servicing, he's giving his service, so it will go on and go on. So that's a problem. So it's a process. It's maybe started for maybe a season. At least we need 3 seasons for to actually uh, like actually think on that this guy can be a perfect replacement. So one have to
Correct.
prove him. That's the main thing.
Correct.
No, I don't think other strikers are proving. I don't think, because in last match against Qatar, maybe Sunil was picked up on the 50th minute maybe. So
Right.
after that also, there's no actually positive thing, only him. So that's a very bad problem India will face in upcoming days.
Correct. Yes, I completely agree with you. It's not about playing one season at a high level. It's playing season in, season out. That's what India needs, and that's how you become a dependable player like Sunil Chhetri. He has been performing for a long, long time at a high level. Whisper Ranjan is saying, guys, India has not performed up to the mark, but I hope if India wins or lose, just keep the moral high. One, they will definitely make India proud. We just need more Chetri. Yes, exactly. That's what we were talking about, Viswaranjan. Uh, just keeping hopes high and just looking to other younger players who can actually take up this huge responsibility of being the next Chetri of Indian football. Just how the transition was from Baichung Bhutia to Chetri. We are looking forward to a similar transition because we the sniper, we call him the sniper, Baichung Bhutia. We were dependent on that guy, and we were also thinking who is going to be the next Baichung Bhutia. Then we didn't get the next Baichung Bhutia, but we did get the next Sunil Chhetri. So we're not really looking for the next Sunil Chhetri. We definitely would love to have one, but we are definitely looking forward to someone who can actually give us what Sunil Chhetri is
We
giving at the
actually,
moment.
yes, we actually got the replacement like that only. That I am Baichung Bhutia is playing on like with I am Bijan. He's becoming Baichung Bhutia. Sunil Chhetri is playing at like with Baichung. He's becoming Sunil Chhetri. So that's a process, and also we have to say that on that time we had more strikers because of the league, because of the I League. And now in the ISL, there is very few actually Indian strikers. There are very few. Either we put him or in wings, or maybe
Yeah.
like behind the main foreigner striker. So that's a problem.
It's more of midfielders in the Indian football squad. The Indian football
Yes,
squad is full of creative and good
midfielder. Yes,
midfielders. So that's where something India is excelling in the midfield. But when it comes to chances creation, we did see when you play a good compact and a good coordinated midfield, you are going to create good chances, and that's what they did. But again, it comes down to the finishing where we are lacking at the moment. Other than Chetri, there is no one to depend on.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely. Because finishing will be low because of if you see the Indian Super League score sheet, there is for on top 10 there is no Indians. So how we can expect that Indian players will finish in the national team out of nowhere?
right,
That's the thing.
right. That's a valid point. Sudarshan Das saying in, I think he means India. Yes,
No,
of course,
Yeah.
actually,
India is.
it's the national flag, and it comes like that in the live. He
Okay,
actually
all right, all
put the
right.
national
Okay,
flag 3 times.
all right. So basically, in this comments thing, it's not supporting that particular
Yes,
emoji. If
yes.
I'm not wrong. All right, all right. Yes, Sudarshan, we
Okay.
like now. I understand what you're trying to say. Yes, we agree. ISL में immediately team add करनी होगी नहीं तो इतने से नहीं होगा. Of course, we are looking forward to when there is one league, not two leagues in the country, and when there is relegation. क्योंकि जब पीछे आग लगती है तब ज्यादा अच्छे खेलते हैं teams. So that's what we want. Like the teams actually fearful of being relegated. And that's how, as Prakhar and I were in a conversation some, I think 2 or 3 sessions back, where he said that when young and talented players are going to play in the top tier, the overall quality of the league will increase. But if the big names like old and big names from foreign stop coming, the market value might decrease. But that's something we need to just adjust to and like live up to it. Anything else? If you want to ask in the comment section, just please go ahead. We'll answer them, and we've fully covered what there is. And to summarize this, I would say refereeing was shambolic. That's all I can think of, because I was sitting right here and I was screaming on top of my lungs when there were no penalties, there were no yellow cards, red cards going on. So that I'm going to remember this, of course. Uh, so, as a viewer, how was you guys' experience? I was tensed and I was like screaming and shouting what
Actually,
I
I
actually
I
do.
started watching. I started watching at my own room. Then my father suddenly came into my room, and after listening to my words that came from my mouth due to that referee's reactions, he just got out of my room and said, "Please shut the door. It's really shambolic." So that's how my reaction was, and I was watching with my friends. They were streaming the game, and everyone's reaction was that. And uh, especially when Jamal escaped that red card, the reaction
Oh
was, I
boy.
mean, it was unsayable in front of camera. uh, I don't know why it was not a red card. I mean, we have already covered that, but I'm still wondering why it is not a red card. And after watching Rahul Veke getting red card for a petty reason last day, it shows it. I mean, I'm still wondering why.
I think there's something against India and like good referees. We never get those.
Yes,
Uh,
possibly, and the AFC Asian region possibly lacking a bit of quality refereeing. I mean, I was watching some AFC Champions League games as well, where I have seen really poor refereeing, like handballs not getting awarded, penalty and petty fouls are not being given. So that's what I think. Not only Indian football, also the AFC Asian football needs to look upon if they have a dream of winning a World Cup from some team from the Asian region. I don't know
right,
whether it
right.
will happen or not, but let's see.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen when India lives the World Cup. Maybe when we'll be very old at that time, but definitely it's
Yeah,
going to happen.
possibly.
Sudarshan Das saying after 2 3 years who will replace Sunil? We don't know. We don't know. We have no idea, and we are looking forward to a couple of players. At some point, Himanshu Jangra was one of them, but now it seems he's not at that level yet. Might bloom again, but we definitely can't say who is going to replace Sunil Chhetri. I think that's about it, guys. Anything else you would like to add to this wonderful victory, 2-0 victory we had against our neighbors?
It's just
Technically,
feeling
East
is awesome.
Bengal.
Feeling is awesome, and
What are
what
you
else?
saying? What is this?
No, yeah, it is. When it was like going back to history.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah, I
eastern
know.
side.
I'm well aware of the history, by the way.
Yeah, that's the eastern
Yeah,
side of Bengal, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and and I really don't care what Indian football fans think about it, but most of the fans on that particular side actually follow East Bengal, and we have to agree to it. That's
Yeah,
how it is.
yeah.
Tufan Charan is saying good night. How can we sleep so early, Tufan? And like I'm not sleeping so early. I'm just going there and I look forward to the highlights and I watch Chaitri's goal again and again and again until I'm
But
sleepy.
I think he want to say that it will be a good night for us.
Absolutely. Yes, in
Yes.
that sense, definitely, it's
Yeah.
definitely going to be a good night. Vishwaranjan, should India have more academy like TF? What's your opinion for better infrastructure and coaching? What is your opinion? Of course, other than TFA, I would point out like people really don't know what's something that FC Goa is doing. FC Goa, we just look at the ISL side of things, but if you go to Goa and if you actually follow what FC Goa is doing from the grassroots of when it comes to the academy with children and up to the senior level, the structure, the ladder structure is brilliant. The social activities that they do to create awareness about football, create education for football, it's amazing. That's the reason they're in AFC, and that's the reason they're doing so well. There's a
Yes,
reason
yes,
FC
obviously.
Goa is setting a standard.
We can see from their side also that Xavier Gama, Seritan Fernandez, Devendra Murgaonkar, they are playing in AFC Champions League. They are playing well. Xavier Gama playing well. Seritan Fernandez was captain. So obviously they are the Goa product.
Yes, two of the like instrumental players today in the midfield, Brandon and Glenn Martins, both
Glenn
coming from
Martin,
Goa, and
yes, yes,
both doing what they used to do in ISL, combining with each other, coordinating, and like creating a hell lot of chances. So there you have the answer. That's the impact of FC Goa in Indian football, and I think other clubs,
Yes,
especially the big ones,
what
should
actually
follow.
I always say is what India is lacking is basics. So these things, these grassroots things, what we need actually to actually go up.
Yes. Yes, correct. That's how Japan. If you see carefully what Japan did, now Japan is one of the best teams in Asia,
Obviously,
and they they played the World Cup. We all remember the match against Belgium. They lost, but they actually created a lot of problems for Belgium. But they were
at least
nothing close to that.
they created a big problem for
Yes,
you at least against Germany.
yes. That's different, man. That was Korea. But yeah, uh, in against Belgium, they created a lot of problem. But 15 years back, Japan was nowhere. 15,
Yes,
20 years back. But 15, 20 years back, they actually started the process of creating those players who are currently playing and creating problems in the world stage. So
yes,
that's what
absolutely.
we need to do. The as we in an interview with uh, Ranjit Bajaj, we all were there. He said that the current World Cuppers or the future of Indian football, they are already born. They are here. We just need to
Yes,
find them out and nourish them and curate
absolutely,
them to be the great players
absolutely.
they are. Jayant Pandey is saying India, India, Jai Hind, Jai Hind. Kushal Datta saying we need correct our grassroots level. Of course, we definitely need to ramp up things and also support. The main thing that I don't like about I just say it. India is uh, parents and neighbors. They never support a child when they're playing football. There's always that angry uncle who is coming in and stopping you from playing. But it's not that case when it comes to cricket because cricket has money in it. So,
Yes,
but during Kapil Dev's time, during 1980s, 1990s, cricket wasn't that famous. So they kept supporting it, kept bringing up the awareness, grassroots. It's what they did, and now see where cricket is. India is the most feared team in the world stage in cricket, and they are maintaining that thing, and that's something we should replicate with football. And football being the most popular game in the world has more chance of India going and winning and being bigger than a lot of things that India has to offer. So it's at the end of the day, in football is played by almost each and every country in the world. So there lies the potential in football, which cricket and other sports do not offer, sadly and happily as well for me. Arpan is saying, what is your opinion on our recent course? Do you think we can improve the result more because we have more talented and experienced players? Talented and experienced players, definitely. But uh, Arpan, the main thing here is if we did not win or if we did lose this match, I think that would have been the last match for our coach here. Sunil Chhetri just saved his job, as rightly said by Prakhar. So no, I don't know what the coach is planning. We won today solely because of our talented players and Sunil Chhetri. And of course, we also should say that the strategy implemented was not bad. It was quite on point for a team like Bangladesh because we did create a lot of chances. It was our finishing because of which we were not being able to win in the beginning. But the performance has not been good. Uh, just because of a victory against Bangladesh, I won't say that, yeah, the coach is doing good, but no, he needs to step up the game and he also needs to rethink things because we just won't be happy with beating Bangladesh or maybe qualifying for AFC Cup 20 Asian Cup 2023. We want to win something. The fans in India back here, we want to win something. We want to see trophies in our hands. So that's something we look forward to, and that's I don't think something that Igosti match has been showing the signs that he can give it to us. So really, it's speculative scenario here, Arpan. But I hope things might will change and things will change for the better.
Obviously.
Uh, the last question of the night or last comment of the night we'll take. Meanwhile, Ramesh Modhya Vadia is saying, "Keep it up, sir. Big fan of your." I think he's talking about Arijit Nandi.
No,
Arijit
absolutely
Yes,
not.
Nandi,
He's talking
absolutely.
about you.
the guy,
Absolutely.
the guy named Anandi
Absolutely.
Andy. Yes, it's your fan is here. Ramesh is your fan, and you're the tactical genius here. We just here to just talk and enjoy about football. You're the one who does all the statistics and analysis that we can't do. You're the talented one here. So I think there are no more comments here to display, and I hope for all the viewers here you had a good time, and of course enjoy the night. It's not every day that India wins in the national international stage, and it's not every day where Sunil Chhetri scores his 74th goal. Uh, so enjoy. Uh, Silence is the biggest weapon.
What's the
Which
relation with?
movie is this from? Yeah, Arpan, can you explain like what you need to, what you want to say actually? Meanwhile, Kushal Datta is saying we need to correct our passing football also. We did correct to some extent from the match against Qatar and today's match. The passing was better because the players were different and the players gelled upon among each other and did better. I think that's about it. And guys, thank you for tuning in for a post-match, post-match adda or whatever you want to say.
Yeah,
And also, we'll be doing the same for the match against Afghanistan. Uh, Okay, okay, Arpan. Arpan is like us. Okay, Arpan is like us. He's saying obviously that was sarcasm. Okay, all right. So you're also one of those creatures like us who deal with sarcasm. Yes, welcome to the squad, Arpan. Welcome to the squad. Uh, Bhushan Jangam saying hello and Sunil sir OP. Of course, Sunil sir OP तो भाई वही
he
तो
has
जिंदा
always
रखा है
been.
अपने
He has
टीम
always
को.
been OP.
He has always been OP. Rohan Chaudhary, what will happen to India when Chhetri hangs up his boot? First of all, I'm going to get those boots signed by him. But after that, yeah, man, we really don't know what's going to happen. And we were talking about it. Maybe we have a separate session for this. Uh, Kushal Datta, keep it up, guys. Lots of love. Of course, thank you for following, Kushal.
Thank you.
Thank
Hope you liked this. And lots of love to you too, as a fellow Indian football fan from West Bengal. Yes, we are all Bengalis here.
Yeah,
You are
yeah,
also from West Bengal.
yeah,
Uh, that's about it, guys. Today, have a good night and thank you for tuning in. And do, if you like it, of course, subscribe. And we're getting a lot of comments now. Sunil
yeah.
sir
I
is
mean,
the god
people
of
are heating
Indian
up.
football.
Possibly it's around 10, so they have a lot of time to chat now. I
Or
think
maybe
I
they're
think
like
we
us,
have,
they have
yeah,
nothing to
yeah.
do.
Maybe, and I guess we have
Okay,
just tuned in
today
a bit
today
earlier
have
today.
today we have actually Oris sir with us. So comments are
Yes, we have
fine.
I don't
we
know,
have
don't know
Andy
why are
with
you
us.
taking a dig at me since the
No,
beginning.
Uh, Sunil sir is the god of Indian football. Absolutely, he is not just a god; he's the face of Indian football and has been for quite some time. So, Ankar, definitely agree. Can't agree more with you. Uh, yeah, and Rohan Chaudhary is sharing a link of a Quadcouber article in the comment section. All right, so guys, someone is sharing our articles in our live chat. So that I think I'll take that as a credit.
Yeah, good.
Rohan, thank you. Also, guys, read up on the comment, or if you don't like, it's not a clickable link, then go to the website and then uh, Vatsal Srivastava is saying, told you this evening only he had great finishing skills. Yeah. Or the header that he scored, it gave off like Ronaldo vibes. Uh, it was like that, like a ball coming in from the left, scoring in from, and that was not an easy header. That was a tough one. The second goal
Absolutely.
was, I would say, easier, but the angle in through which the ball was put in the net, it was tough. It was really tough.
Absolutely.
Uh, Kushal Pandita may be the replace of Sunil sir. Yeah, looking forward to it. Ishan does have the signs of a great finisher. We did see him in ISL taking chances and scoring goals, but he needs more minutes under his belt. He needs to play full time matches, and after that, we can actually judge him. No doubt, he is a great potential to be a replacement, as well as Manveer, as well as Himanshu Jangra, but they all need to prove it season in, season out. Divided by MB and East Bengal, united by Indian football team. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I'm stuck between two East Bengal fans, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. So, and guys, if you think I'm a Mohun Bagan fan, I'm not. I'm a Calcutta Customs fan. For those who follow CFL, they would know what Calcutta Customs is. Ron Chaudhary saying Jamal Da sad. It's not Jamal Da, first of all. It's Jamal Bhai. Jamal Bhaiya is sad. Of course, I'll try to text him, but now if I text him, he's going to
And possibly his super agent,
eat my hand.
Mr. Prokhor, is also sad.
No, I am
Yes,
not sad
Prokhor
at
is
all.
sad.
I am,
Prokhor is not going to get the autograph. Uh, Vatsal Srivastava, next match will be more tight. Yes, yes, against
definitely.
Afghanistan. Afghanistan is not going to be easy. The chances, Srivastava, the chances that we had today and we missed four chances. We won't get those four chances against Afghanistan, not through set pieces at least, because they are taller, they are stronger than us. So aerial battles we are not going to win so easily. But in terms of passing and in terms of uh, creating chances through link up play, I think that's the approach that we should take because physically we won't be able to beat them. Kushal Datta, yeah, he needs more time on the field. Yes, we agree with you. Correct. I think that's about it. Guys, we'll take no more questions now and we'll wrap up. Have you had a great time with you,
Yeah.
chatting with you? And hopefully, in the match against Afghanistan, we'll do the same and you guys will join in. So, have a chat and we'll see if India actually qualifies for Asian Cup 2023 and looking forward to it. So till then, have a good one. Enjoy today's night. It's not every day that we get to see India team win. So have a great night to all the Indian football fans and for the Bangladeshi fans. Don't worry, it was a great game. You guys played really well. Our you have our respect. No joke, not joking. You did make us feel that we are vulnerable and we might just lose the game. So it's football, it's sport. It happens. Someone has to lose, someone has to win. But we keep the spirit high. We keep it going. And in that note, I would like to say good night and long live Indian football.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good night, guys.
Yeah. Good night. So see you on the next match day.
Yes, see you.